right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Basement Hour. I'm Tom Lamb.
I am Devin Germain, and we have a special guest.
You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is HARZEE. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm so glad to be here.
The one and only HARZEE.
We're happy to have you on. This is you're our first guest.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, that's like so special. I'm making history with you guys, seriously.
Dude, I mean, we're glad to have you. We're like pre-recording this. We're in a whole different studio. It just like everything just feels so new, and
Yes.
I mean, kind
The
of.
experience is going to be worth it, man.
Oh yeah, but also, I mean,
You
speaking.
got your own playlist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, you mind if I speak on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was asked to curate a playlist full of like tunes that I really love and like, and also some of my own. So I'm really excited for you guys to like hear everything. It's gonna be really fun.
Well, and I mean, speaking of new, I guess jumping straight into it, I mean, your new track, Skyfall.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it. By the way, it's a very good song.
Thank you.
I was listening to it the other night. I guess getting into like recent events, it won you a spot, right? And
Oh, yeah.
you want to talk a little bit about that?
For sure. So recently, Memphis just held one of the qualifying rounds for the Tennessee Songwriters Competition, and basically you just have to go and perform your original music, and you would win a chance to perform the song at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. So recently I just won both of the qualifying rounds here in Memphis, first at the Stax Museum and recently at Lafayette's Music Room, and next is Nashville. So I guess we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, awesome. How'd you find out about it, by the way?
Honestly, one of my songwriting mentors at Stax Music Academy, he just kind of threw the opportunity my way and was like, you'll stand a chance. Like, you have a chance. And I showed him the song, and he was like, oh, yeah, running chance for sure. So, yeah, that's how I found out about it.
I mean,
Awesome.
I couldn't imagine competing against 17 other like songwriters. I mean, what was that like?
Was terrifying. And you know the worst part? Like, when we were backstage, just like chilling, getting ready for the show, every other artist walked in and like lined their guitars up like back to back, and I was like, I'm the only guy here with like a regular like backing track, and I don't play an instrument or anything. I was terrified.
Wow.
I mean, I got through it. Hey, I won. I'm
Yeah,
here.
you
Definitely got through it. So I mean, nothing more to say.
Yeah, I would definitely say you made through it.
Yeah.
So what I love about like Skyfall just is like, I mean, just when I heard it, I just the vocal layering on it, and then like the pop, it was like had a very pop appeal, kind of reminded me of like
Yes,
Weekend, and I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and like I know I know a couple like people who like consider like singing as like their instrument of choice, and
right.
so do you consider it like an instrument?
I
guess?
do, and also if it shows up on all the college applications as an instrument, I mean, it counts for me.
Yeah.
They always say like the voice is an instrument. You have to take care of it just as much as well. So hey.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you heavily focus on vocals, like, in
Yeah.
addition to production, because I see on your story.
For sure. Layering, stacking, all that stuff, the harmonies. I get lost in the studio so much. I just get lost in my work. And I really enjoy doing that stuff, just seeing how it comes together. Like, putting together so much, like, hard work and just getting to press, like, playback and just hear everything. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that, and I guess for the tournament that at the Bluebird, there was 17 other songwriters, and so we were actually talking about this, just like the term songwriter. How do you feel about that, being called a songwriter?
You know, I feel like even though it's gained like a lot of definitions over time, I think just the basis of it is being able to portray your feelings on paper, turn it into music like anyone else would, you know, poetry, all that stuff. I just think it's a nice title, but I think artist trumps like all.
Yeah.
Because it really shows like you're putting effort and dedication into your work. So yeah.
Yeah.
In addition to, winning, you also got a 4-hour recording session made in Memphis.
Made in Memphis. I am so excited. I can't wait until they like hit me back with all the details and stuff. But the whole prize package was just amazing. Like, should I disclose all the details or?
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Just like a quick rundown. They gave me like free tickets to the show at Bluebird. They also gave me like a 2-night stay in Nashville as well. A branded commemorative guitar. It was like really cool. Like it was a whole thing. It's really cool.
They really trying to put you on guitar.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to force me to play. I swear, when they handed it to me, I was like, I don't know what to do with this, but hey, I mean, if it means I'm number one, I'll take it.
It's like Ricky Bobby. It's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, here on my handy dandy notes, it says that you play in like a bunch of like venues, like across Tennessee, like at Franklin, Nashville.
Yes. Well, those were the other qualifying rounds for like other contestants. So this Bluebird show is going to contain 7 contestants, but the qualifying rounds had like 18 songwriters for each of them. It was crazy. And I also saw that like across like all of Tennessee, there were about like 1,200 songwriters that did like this whole competition.
Yeah.
So to like hear that I made like top 7 is killing me on the inside. I'm like, what am I even supposed to do now? Like, what is there left to do?
Yeah, I mean, have you ever performed live in Memphis?
Yes,
Yeah.
I performed live a couple times, but you know, Skyfall is like my newest track, so that was like my first chance ever getting to perform it, and I was scared. Like, I didn't know what to do, and the crowd, they like just stare you in the face like with such a blank stare. It's like, it was taking the breath out of me. But hey, like I said, I won. I'm here. So
yeah. Everything, c'est la vie, you know?
Yeah.
And like, what venues did you play at in Memphis?
So like I said, Stax Museum, Lafayette's Music Room. I have toured around with some Stax Music Academy performances and stuff. So like the Orpheum Theater here in Memphis, Tennessee. We've done the Renaissance Center, just like a lot of venues. Just, you know, getting to perform music overall is just the greatest thing ever. So,
so Stax Music Academy is just
very impactful. They give us so many opportunities. It's insane. Like, if you ever think about like chasing music as like your job and like what you want to do, Stax is the first place to start, especially like when you're younger. Like, it's amazing. They really give you a lot of opportunities.
And like, what would you say was the biggest thing you noticed from like playing locally versus like all across Tennessee?
I would say here in Memphis, people are much more supportive, kind of like. But when you're like branching out, people are kind of just there to see what you brought with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like much more pressure when you're not at home, because mostly people just want to see if you're worth their time, worth what they paid for. So it's just more pressure, but overall, it's still fun.
Nice.
And you're in the middle of recording your album, right?
Yes, I am.
Can you talk about that?
Is it still called A1 Day 1?
Yes, it's called A1 Day 1.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of getting everything, you know, put together, but yeah, I can't say much about it right now.
Okay,
I don't want to share too much. But yeah, it's all coming together really perfectly, and I really expected Skyfall to be the one thing to like really bring people in. So hey, who's to say? Maybe I'm jumping out.
Yeah, no, that's a single for the A1 Day 1?
Yes, I've released 3 so far. You'll probably hear them today if you haven't already heard some. Lead Me On was my first single ever, and then Prime, and now Skyfall. So 3 singles. You're not getting anything else till the album drops. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right, guys, the first song you're going to hear is going to be Skyfall. It's my newest single. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah. Hey. Feel me? Yeah. Regret that I ever let you in. Should've never let you take a peek at all my mess. And now I'm at a war with myself, 'cause all you ever did was cause me way more stress. Have you ever thought about how I felt? Left me in the dark after I broke out my shell. And now that I've been feeling myself, you're begging and you're pleading everybody to get at myself. God mail, I'ma step in with a piece of my piece you put up for sale. I'll put you up for show and I'll tell everybody how you couldn't even ring my bell. That's real, never said we made a deal, but I got a reputation still. And when it fades to fail, gonna make sure that I raise the bill for the damage that I paid to fail. You play my trauma on repeat, but every time you need me, I can't help myself but to save you a seat. At the table where I meet you halfway, but you never show up. No, cause I gave you the key, and I don't want you to creep at all. Cause whenever you call, Sky, you play my trauma on repeat. But every time you hit me, I can't help myself but to save you a seat. At the table where I meet you halfway, but you never show up. No, cause I gave you the key, and I don't want you to creep at all. Cause whenever you call, Skyfall. I ain't tryna mess with your energy, I'm just a messenger within your vicinity. But when I think of all the things you did to me, I hit you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. I wonder now, I thought we had some chemistry, but now you're trying your best to finish me. And on one thing I know we can agree, saying sorry don't equate to sincerity, yeah. It's nothing personal, but I gotta cut you off. This doesn't work at all, I'ma just take a loss. Putting back up my walls, where one gotta watch you crawl. That's raw, that's real. Never said we made a deal, but I got a reputation still. And when it fades to fail, gonna make sure that I raise the bill for the damage that I paid to fail. You play my trauma on repeat, but every time you meet me, I can't help myself but to save you a seat. At the table where I meet you halfway, but you never show up. No, cause I gave you the key, and I don't want you to creep at all. Cause whenever you call, Sky, you play my trauma on repeat. But every time you meet me, I can't help myself but to save you a seat. At the table where I meet you halfway, but you never show up. No, cause I gave you the key, and I don't want you to creep at all. Cause whenever you call, Skyfall.
Hey, something smells bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So our intro was woo, man.
It smelled bad. Our intro smelled awful. It.
Oh my gosh, man.
Oh my god. I was like, Devin. Hey, Devin. Devin. Devin.
Devin, you
Devin, can you put Devin manual? Devin, Devin.
you forgot to record. You forgot to record. I was like, oh yeah. And now I was like, turn back. Devin, you forgot to put on manual. Oh crap.
No, I had a split second decision of like, do I turn on manual? No, I'll let Devin turn on manual. Devin. But
anyway, this whole show is about HARZEE.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, the very talented HARZEE.
Very talented. I mean, as you just heard from Skyfall, that track is very, like, just the vocal layering on it.
Ooh, the vocal layering.
The production. Like, the last 30 seconds always get me. Like, just how much layering he did. It was like, it's like verging on Jacob Collier, Layer City.
Yeah. Even, like, for some of them, like, you have to, like, do, like, a second or third listen. And then you're like, oh, wait. I hear that in the background. Like, it's even more vocals than you think, too.
Yeah.
Just in the production. Excellent production,
Oh,
too.
excellent production. Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I was... But, yeah, we... also, I just wanted to give a quick shout-out to the... I keep forgetting the class who's doing the PR for the Roar, but the capstone class for social media, just you know, they're hooking up the Roar with some videos and promos. If you follow the Roar Memphis on Instagram, you'll see two
familiar faces.
Yeah, two dashing, handsome, devilish-looking gentlemen, and yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. To all the people working on the Roar media and
trying to get the name out and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's I just wanted to say thank you. I mean, that's all I had to say.
Yeah. So yeah, for this entire show, it's gonna be about HARZEE. We got a lot because we were in the studio yesterday. We're in the podcast room just, recording the interview for him, and it went very well. We were talking for almost an hour.
Yeah, we had to cut it down. We
were like crap. I didn't want to end it. I didn't want to end the interview.
No, yeah, you gotta find the nuggets in there.
Yeah. So that's what we did, and we just highlighted different parts of the interview. We talked a lot. We talked about just a lot of stuff. So yeah, and also in addition to his songs, we're playing songs that he put in, as he said during the other earlier. We're putting songs that
his playlist.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
let's get into it.
This might be the last time we speak, actually.
Yeah. This is gonna be the last time.
Yeah.
We speak.
So
Yeah.
Early was supposed to. Anyway, we'll let it get on. So thank you guys, and we'll let the show proceed.
Hey Memphis, it's Elena. I'm an advertising major. I go to the U of M just like you, and this is the University Memphis Radio. You're listening to The Roar.
So you said "Lead On Me" was your first single?
Lead Me On, yes.
Lead Me On, sorry.
It was my first ever single, and it was recorded in my bedroom. But honestly, you would never be able to tell. Like, the song's just that good, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I guess how old were you when you recorded that?
Oh my gosh, I think I was 15
Wow.
when I released Lead Me On. Like, I can't even explain. I needed something to do. I was bored, so hey, I made a song.
Yeah, I remember when they play on WYXR.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's only 15.
Yeah, I was listening back to that a couple of days ago, and they were like, oh, yeah, and the song was just so good. I mean, especially because he was like 15. I was like, oh, my gosh, I feel like a minor, if there's any other word for it. Like, I feel like a minor.
Yeah. I mean, 15, that must have been a very surreal experience to
It was. I think the reception that it received, I was really taken aback by, just because it was my first song, and just people loving my stuff, and my art has been my dream, just to get people to hear my music and vibe with it, and to get it played on the radio was something else as well. Like you said, WYXR, insane to hear commentary after my song. I've been dreaming about that, man. It's crazy. Yeah.
And so hearing your song on WYXR, how do you feel about this new kind of generation of musicians being put on a platform like WXR and then Stax and the Stax Academy too?
Yeah, I think one thing that I can say about that is one thing that I hear a lot is oh, you guys have many more opportunities than we ever had back in the day. They didn't get opportunities to just submit their music or have people interview them on whenever they ask. It's really cool. Even this opportunity, they probably would have never gotten it back in the day. And I think I'm just extremely grateful that we are where we are now in terms of the digital streaming era and stuff. Everything is just technology, and it makes stuff so much easier. But hey, that's the point of technology, isn't it? So.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say there's a downside to it. It's a catch-22.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. I feel since it has become so easy to access, I feel a lot of people have to fight much harder to be seen, especially because the internet is it's such a huge place.
Yeah.
You can try your hardest, but it takes so much work to just be seen and heard. So I totally understand where you're coming from.
I mean, especially I think you you are the I would say you're the example of it, making
your voice heard.
Yeah, Lead Me On at 15.
I know, it's insane, right?
I mean that process of just in your bedroom making music and then having on WXR is such I shouldn't say it's a common story now, but the in the basement, having everything at your fingertips.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
I mean, and so I guess kind of going off that, what would you say your creative process is?
I was about that.
My creative process, and it differs for everyone. Usually writing comes out of nowhere. I'll have like a catchy like tune in my head out of nowhere in the middle of the school day, and I'll just record a voice memo, and I'll go home and write to it, see where it takes me. Recently, a thing that I have been getting into is finding producers who like make beats for you, and they'll like craft them for you, so you don't even need to like be in a huge studio with a big budget and stuff. Like, you have people who are there to just like help you, just like type. That's all it takes is type, man. Send the email. But just writing, and then at some point I'm just like, okay, I'll take it to the mic, and from there, I'm just stuffed in my bedroom for like a week or so trying to get everything together, and once it's out, it's just like a burden off my shoulders, I swear. Yeah. Just to like finally release everything and see people's reactions is much, much worth like the weight and the work that I put into it.
Of course.
And how do you kind of, I guess, balance out kind of doing music,
Oh, I'm probably the wrong person to ask for that. School has been one hell of a ride, especially since I'm like a senior now. So trying to like manage senior year and music, and like to fund music, I even had to get a job at some point. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just like letting all that go, because no way, it's just too much for me. But I'm trying to find a middle ground. I've been given like some advice from, like family and friends who have, been in the middle of like just having to put in so much work and just hope that something comes of it, and I'm trying to find a balance. To be short and sweet, I'm trying to find a balance. We're making it.
Yeah, you're a senior in high school. Like finding that balance. I haven't found that balance.
Yeah. And then you have to think about like the things that come after too, like college, or even if you don't do college, like what's next? You just have so much to worry about, and I feel like making music has really been like my outlet for that. Just to like sit aside for a minute and be like, okay, well, I made an F today in this class, but this song is still a bop, so we're gonna record it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta push through, man. You gotta, by all means, like share your work with the world, Hey guys, it's HARZEE. The next song you're gonna hear will be Lead Me On, my first single ever. Enjoy. But I can make you reconsider and send me your location. You ain't even gotta ask where I'm at. You can meet me in the back, that's a fact. Put me in your contacts, doesn't matter if you wanna keep me on track. I ain't gonna beg on my knees for it, you ain't gotta tease for it, I'll be your distraction. And I ain't gonna cap, it's a rap, I don't need a map, all I gotta do is tap in. But instead you wanna lead me on. When I think I succeed, you're gone. Tell me why you gotta leave me on. When I think I succeed, you're gone. You telling me that I'm misreading, but that ain't the vibe I got when you was all up on me every season for whatever reason. You calling me up, still cheesing. You know that I'll say yes, I'll never second guess. Just send me the address, even if you look a mess. My friends, they tell me that I shouldn't call you up, but yeah, I do it anyway. Cause I've been getting used to leaving feeling like I'm all screwed up. For wanting something that I can't really have, I don't wanna put my twos up. And to be honest, you done brought me this far, might as well be Buddha. True enough, you'll still drag me all around town. And I'll go cause we both figuring ourselves out. And you know what I mean when I ask what it's all about. How long
is it gonna take? How long do we have to wait for you to open up your mouth? You ain't even gotta ask where I'm at. You can meet me in the back, that's a fact. Put me in your contacts, doesn't matter if you wanna keep me on track. I ain't gonna beg on my knees for it, you ain't gotta tease for it, I'll be your distraction. And I ain't gonna cap, you know it's a rap, I don't need a map, all I gotta do is tap in. But instead you wanna lead me on. When I think I succeed, you're gone. Losing my brain. Tell me why you gotta lead me on. When I think I succeed, you're gone. Losing my brain. So why you gotta lead me on? When I think I succeed, you're gone. Losing my brain. Tell me why you gotta lead me on. When I think I succeed, you're gone. Got me losing my brain for you. Yeah. Got me going insane for you.
I guess, do you want to talk about kind of like your music influences? You know, who inspires you?
Absolutely. I was discussing with my friend today. I said, I don't know, should I tell them that Ariana Grande is an inspiration or the inspiration? And I would say, like, my top influence of all time is Ariana Grande. She is out of this world vocally. She always writes like amazing songs. Her stuff is really catchy. Another person that I really admire in the music industry is The Weeknd. I know you guys were telling me that Skyfall reminded you guys of him, but he is like, his music's ahead of its time, and people just don't appreciate it now, but you got to give it time. Like, once they let it simmer, yeah, The Weeknd will definitely hit. I heard that he just recently reached 100 million monthly listeners, like the highest, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so cool, honestly.
He's been doing a lot of records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all good. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's just very amazing. And if I ever get to meet him one day, I'm literally just going to pass out. Like, I'm just going to pass out. Because he's talented. He's a genius, man. It's crazy. And another musical influence, finally, that I would say that probably, like, impacts the way that I write is probably Victoria Monet. She's also a writer for Ariana, but she makes her own original music, and she is just, wow. Like, when I say pushing the pen, she's pushing the pen, man.
Yeah. I've actually never, it's like, I didn't actually have never heard of Victoria Monet before. How do you?
Oh, yeah. So, like I said, her and Ariana, they met a while back, and they have just been good friends for a while, and they create nothing but hits. Mm-hmm. Nothing but hits. Like, I always wonder how she does it, because writing takes so much energy out of you, and it's like after you write a certain amount of songs, it's like, how can you not repeat the same thing? You know what I mean? How do you keep making new stuff? And she just keeps going. It's crazy.
I wanna run this by you, but my favorite Ariana Grande album is Sweetener.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Pharrell's one of my big influences.
Uh-huh.
And, the song with oh god, I forgot what it's called. The Nicki Minaj one.
Yeah. Oh, The Light Is Coming.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. Pharrell is also very talented.
Oh.
If I was a producer, he'd be my influence, like my inspiration for everything. Like, he is always just pushing the boundaries.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so
my
yeah, I can
gosh.
understand that. That's definitely one of her better albums.
What is your what are some like Ariana Grande songs or albums, whatever one you think?
Obviously, I'd say the most. You guys, I hate you. Okay, guys. Okay. Her most critically acclaimed album, which is Thank You Next, I would say that's definitely like an album you have to listen to. 3 spots on the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time, like the impact, like she is the moment. She's the blueprint. Sorry, I had to say it. Sorry. All right, guys, it's HARZEE again. The next song you're going to hear will be Prime. I always like to say it's the song that invented real love. Enjoy.
we gotta take a bow. I guess you got tired of all my fussing. Everybody sees us now. They can tell us apart from the whole crowd. We should be wearing crowns the way they got us blushing. You said you understood my frustration. Woke up in anticipation of when I would hear you saying you love me to all your friends. Now baby, the hourglass has no more sense. 'Cause you took my feelings into consideration when I was in desperation of hearing and feeling you claiming me as your man. Your man, your man. It almost feels like when we're on the same vibration. This love feels just like intoxication. And I'll be loving on you till I lose my mind. Baby, we be so prime. I'm really glad I chose to stay, but I knew it was far too late. When I couldn't get over your face, I knew that my heart was safe. And even when I had my doubt, remember when I would scream and shout, I swear that it's over now. You shut my mouth when you said you understood my frustration. Woke up in anticipation of when I would hear you saying you love me to all your friends. Now baby, the hourglass has no more sense. You took my feelings into consideration when I was in desperation of hearing and feeling you claiming me as your man. Your man, your man. It almost feels like when we're on the same vibration. This love feels just like intoxication. And I'll be loving on you till I lose my mind. Baby, we be so prime. It almost feels like when we're on the same vibration. This love feels just like intoxication. And I'll be loving on you till I lose my mind. Baby, we be so prime. Yes, sir. This is Johnny Dang. Get ready like Freddie, because you're checking out The Roar, the University of Memphis radio station.
How'd you get into music?
I would say, like I said, Ariana Grande. I saw just like how she does things and how people receive her music, and it inspired me to finally want to do my own thing. And I finally did. I actually used to create music under another stage name. Alex. It was spelled Alyx. And back then I was like making music on my phone. So like I would say that I've come a pretty long way from where I started, but getting into it was definitely like much more fun, having to figure out how everything works. Like you cannot record music on a phone and expect it to go anywhere. But I was just so hopeful and ready and eager to like get involved, and finally got to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible because, like, even Steve Lacy, like, he recorded, like, his first EP, like, on his phone and everything.
Yes. Bro, he's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into Steve Lacy. Like, honestly, just listen to, like, some of his hits, and you can tell just, like, how much of a genius he is, for sure.
I mean, like, I'm a producer, and I started out making beats on my phone on GarageBand.
Oh, my gosh. That is, like, the coolest thing.
Yeah, I like, my fingers they pop so much because I was just stuck at all hours of the day just doing this motion. And I remember like complaining to my dad, and he was like well, and he grabbed my phone and he was like, this has more technology than the Beatles ever had.
Oh yeah.
And then he gave it back to me, and I was like,
Absolutely.
I was like it kind of was like that moment, and like it kind of brought me to the phrase like it's not about like the equipment, it's about like the art. Because I mean, and so like, do you like? I guess what do you think of that like statement? Like how do you get your art out? Do you sing it? I mean, do you play any instruments?
I'm learning piano. And now that they gave me a guitar, I'm learning guitar.
You better put that thing to use. I mean, you got it.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, when they handed it to me, I just know, like, everyone was like, what does he play? Like, does he even play guitar? But I'm ready to learn. You know, like, once they handed it to me, it's written in blood, man.
And are you gonna start like putting that in like song? I mean, like you already have like keyboards and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. We'll have to see. I think we would just have to see. I know none of like I said, I didn't want to share too much about the album, but I know a lot of like the tracks already that I have played no instruments on them, 0. I have basically, like, in terms of instruments, the voice is my only specialty, but I'm learning. But eventually, hey, I definitely want to play keys when I get on stage at some point. I think it really complements my voice.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn keys, and it's so difficult. It's just like time management. I'm like doing this, and then I got school, and then like music. I'm just like.
Yeah. It's like when you're younger, you know, that's like the best opportunity.
Oh my God.
Yes,
when you get older,
it kind of do for sure. That's why I'm so scared. Like after senior year ends, like I really don't know like what's gonna happen, but I'm in it for the ride. You know, in it to win it, man.
It's definitely possible though, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll find a middle ground at some point. I definitely am going to pass out at some point as well, though.
Like if you had to like shout out. Like 3 artists that you think don't have enough attention on them, who'd they be?
Man, dang Tom.
So
Tom. Come with me, Tom.
All right, let's see. Number 1 would be Deanna Pruitt. Like I said, she won with me at that qualifying round, and she's so amazing. Her music is beautiful. Another artist that I think deserves a bigger platform, even though she's been such a go-getter. Her stage name is Lil Q, but her name is LaQuincy. I've known her since 7th grade, and she's a beast. She's a rapper. She's been getting so many like great opportunities as well. Number 3, I would say, a friend of mine. He goes by the stage name Cameron Cujo. He wants to get into like producing and stuff as well. So I would be very excited to see them, like, you know, really be on a big stage one day. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's.
What do you think about the local scene, like in Memphis overall?
For one, I'll start with Jordan occasionally.
Oh, they're great. They're great.
They are great. Like, they came to the qualifying round. They were one of the judges, and I was like, when I saw them, you can ask. Like, I approached them. Like freaking out. I was like, I have to say hi. And they were like, oh, wait, it's fine. And like, I gave them a hug and stuff. It was amazing. Their music is amazing as well. So I'd say in terms of the local music scene here, Jordan definitely is the blueprint in terms of being an independent artist here in Memphis. Just like everything that I've seen them doing, like they have like this thing, Barter Up 901, that's like helping get rid of like gentrification and stuff. Like so much going on, and still makes amazing music.
Yeah, they're very vocal on Instagram. I just check a lot.
Yes, I enjoy their music a lot. So yeah, I'd say in terms of the local music scene here, you know, we're known for like the blues and the jazz and stuff, but the pop scene I feel like could use like many more artists, especially here from Memphis. We get like a lot of rappers and jazz singers and stuff, but the pop and R&B scene, I feel like there's so much more going on behind the scenes that, you know, people have yet to see from Memphis. So yeah,
I mean, like, I think that I honestly, I think that goes for, I think that could go for a lot of like genres, and especially pop, because like, oh my, because I mean, just in terms of a lot of different scenes, I think that Memphis now, like, just people going to shows is so low.
Yes.
Low attendance.
Yes.
Like I've been trying to ask like just people like, hey, do you just go to shows? I mean, I'm not like the bastion for attendance at all the different genres, but even then, like, my question's like always like, why don't you go? And it's like, and it comes down to like just the city of Memphis, you know? Yeah, like
that's true. I feel like honestly, just the look of Memphis itself is kind of what's like the uninviting. That's the word. Like it just doesn't. People don't shed enough light on the stuff that we need light shed on here, and the music scene is the case in point. Like you have so many artists and so much potential like stuffed up here in the city, but you don't get to hear much about it just from everything that's going on. And I don't know. Maybe one day I could see it getting much better over time, but just for now, I think we just have to do better, just as a city. You know what I mean? Like, we could do so much better in terms of what we can offer to, like, the world and everything that we have in store here. But till then, hey.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely grit and grind for a lot of musicians. Like, especially, like, because, like you said, a lot of Memphis kind of boils down to blues and like jam band and like hip hop, which all of those are great. And I just feel like a big responsibility is like honestly venues. Like I feel like it's kind of like the same like, I mean, Beale Street backing band, jazz singer. Rinse and repeat.
And I've always said like there would be so much more like creativity just like budding if venues would be more welcoming to that type of like pop music, as like we were speaking on. Like if venues were just more inviting to people who are so willing, like, and you see a lot of, like you said, grit and grind. Like a lot of independent artists, they don't know where to find opportunities. And with most of the performers here being like other genres, they don't know where to go. There's nowhere really welcoming them.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we'll get that. Like there'll be a hot spot for like that stuff here. Hopefully but like Lafayette's music room, for instance, mainly country music.
Oh yeah.
And so like I said, when I walked in there and like performed Skyfall, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna win this. I had no clue that it was all just like country, but hey, if you're good enough and they like your stuff, hey, people will listen for sure.
Yeah. I think Memphis has that quality where it's like they're like the diamonds in the rough are really really shiny.
Yeah.
Because we have to break through that barrier. Because there's just like a lot of like I feel like people niche down and like they're like, and people are like, oh, we don't want to listen to the pop music.
Yeah.
We need more indie bands. Book 5, and then
yes,
and like
oh yeah,
no go ahead.
No,
that was it. That was it.
Oh,
hey,
okay. Oh, that was it.
Devin, yes, that was it.
Okay.
I
was making sure. Another thing is like for Memphis, like a lot of people just pay attention to his past.
Yes.
Like they don't really go into looking into new stuff.
Man.
Like it's just like Elvis,
BB King,
and I'm so like I've been so scared to like get into that type of stuff or like mention that because like you said, Memphis, the music scene is a thing of the past. Really, like people don't come here for like what's new. They come here for what used to be here, and I don't know, like even like. Like I said, Stax Music Academy, so many great opportunities. It's amazing. But they mostly, like, specialize in, like, the old stuff as well. Like, some of everything, man. Don't even get me started. Their catalog is huge. But just, like, there's nothing or there's no hot spot, no main meeting area for just, like, those who want to branch out and be new and be creative in themselves. Like, so that's why I said, like, I don't mind giving back to the city. Like, if I were to, finally make it to where I really want to make it, like, I wouldn't mind because this city's definitely in need of just a safe place for people like that.
Yeah. And without advertising too much because they're not doing a lot paying for us. But, they're providing, like, space. Like, the University of Memphis. Right. Like, I think that it's not even like a an academic thing for me. I mean, I think it is to an extent. Like, I mean, but realistically, I mean, if you have YouTube, I mean, you can do this. But what the thing about U of M though is that it's like connected me with so many artists and like people. I mean, Devin.
Yeah.
I mean, my Miles.
Great?
Like,
By
yeah,
the way,
yeah.
Like sorry, not to interrupt, but the first time that I ever even got to really see like who he was, other than just like in the hallways when we went to school together, was he got on stage at a talent show we had, and the crowd went. You know what he said? Good evening. And the whole crowd erupted. And I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Tell me right now.
Good evening.
He's a, like, I promise, the entire crowd erupted. And just to hear that you guys, like, wound up getting, like, a radio segment on The Roar, absolutely amazing. Like, both of you guys are so deserving. And I've been keeping up with you guys for a while. You're doing amazing work.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my gosh. I was already sweating to begin with, and now I'm like... I mean... Like, because, I mean, that's like, I think I think Memphis needs a freer and more niche thing of like University of Memphis. Like, that's like, because, I mean, we have like Blue Tom, I mean, but like, there's not a lot of artists. Like, I mean, there are artists, but it's not as communal.
Right.
And it's not as like diverse either.
No.
On there.
No, it's, I mean, like, no. I've heard. I mean, like, I've just listened to Blue Tom, and I think there are some great artists. Don't get me wrong. Like Alexis Jade, Massey Lane. I mean, like you said, Sound Fusion. Right. They're incredible. Sure. But like, it's like, I mean, it's a school like record label. Like, let's be real here. Yeah. It's a school. True. I mean, but like,
bro, they're gonna kick you off the air. They're gonna be like, "No, we're cutting this part."
Not kicking us off the air.
We're coming for the basement hour.
For real.
Bravo 6, we're going dark.
You're done for, man. They're gonna hear this. They're gonna be like, "Oh no."
Yeah, we're like, you're just gonna look like, and from behind where you are, there's gonna be 2 red dots.
Seriously, like, done for, man. I mean, but no, I totally understand where you're coming from. Like, like we spoke about, there's only so much that the city has to offer, and University of Memphis, though an amazing outlet for, you know, artists sharing their, you know, what they can, we like it doesn't serve like everything that we can really give or everything that artists need even. So I understand where you're coming from.
At y'all from the University of Memphis Radio. This is Stephen Isaiah, and you, my friend, are listening to The Roar.
I mean, oh my gosh, it is like, I think I want to start doing a lot more interviews for this show, and it's we're basically testing it out. Right. You are our lab rat.
Can I just say, like, I'm so honored. Like, I think we started off with this, but just to know that, like, I get to be a part of this, like, first of all, I saw Devin was, like, involved with it, and I was like, okay, I got to get in on it. And then he played my music a couple times, and now I'm actually, like, sitting here with you guys. Like, this is so cool. Your first, like, interview, like, special guest ever?
Yeah. No, like, literally insane. The first guest. I mean, like, it's just like how do I put this? We just need to get our name out there, and like, I mean, like, building an audience. I mean,
absolutely. And I'm sure, like, even after you guys like graduate from here, you can take the basement hour to like a new home.
Oh my!
Yeah,
like,
we can try and do with WYXR, man.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm sure like they'll be very like more than inviting. I know Jared there.
Oh
like,
yeah.
JB.
He is so supportive.
JB's amazing.
I just like I hit him up like last night. I was like, I just want to say like thank you for all your support. Like even with Lead Me On when it first came out, he was the only one that was like pushing that song to like all of the people who had like shows on WYXR. And I was like, yo, this is like so cool. So definitely shout out to them, WYXR. And I have no doubt that you guys can find a home there like after you leave here. Probably having a hard time now, maybe. But, you know, eventually, you know, maybe you're going to rack up interviews at some point. They're going to want you at WYXR. So.
Like, I mean, like, that's the one thing I was like a photographer, really. It's just, like, knowing people. Yes. Like networking has been, that was my unspoken New Year's resolution. Because it's, like, as an introvert, it's like I have to like
Yeah. and it's always like very it's a different experience trying to like get yourself out there when really the only way to succeed these days is to know someone who knows someone. Like it's really difficult, but I feel like that makes the reward all more worth it.
It's almost like, I mean, it's like the adage, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because I mean, obviously, you know, if like there's music out there that everyone in this room like has different opinions, like, oh, this person sucks or this person's good.
Yeah.
But the person who sucks still has X amount of monthly listeners or has this much, and it's all about. I mean, you know, it's all like, it's like kind of. Yeah, it's like a smoke. It's like you're trying to find a hidden gem in a room full of smoke. You're just
absolutely.
Hello, where am I?
Yes.
Where am I?
And like,
Oh no, you can go.
I was gonna say, like, I have heard some of your music. Devin makes music as well, and I'm sure that like there has like come a time where you were just like, who needs to hear it, and where do I find them?
Yes.
Like it's so like difficult. And I mean, like you said, the only way to do it is to network. Gotta get out there and just like get in people's faces, because that's the only way they're gonna listen, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Even just like looking around, like on spot, like, have you ever just like got trapped? You found like a new artist.
Yes.
And you just keep finding a bunch of artists and
Yes.
different playlists and stuff.
Yes.
Oh my! It just gets so overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's just so much music out because
Absolutely.
the technology. A lot of people get
Easily
just have access.
accessible,
Yeah.
man. It's very easy to get your stuff out there. That's why I'm so grateful to just be in the position that I'm in now. Like, to be a part of something that's easily accessible, but still like getting that one chance to have people be like, oh yeah, this is for sure, like, you found the right person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to hear it. Hey.
HARZEE, man.
HARZEE.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of
I'm so
course.
excited. Like, I got this done. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm here.
It's amazing.
But yes, do you mind if I close out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
your contacts, everything.
Yes,
yeah, sure.
absolutely. So you guys just heard all things HARZEE. And I was here on the Basement Hour. Finally, like I was really here. You can find me on all socials under HARZEE Official. And like I said, my new song, Skyfall, is out now on all streaming platforms. Please go take a listen. Like, you will not regret it. And I want to say thank you to both Devin and Tom. Thank you so much for this opportunity. You guys are amazing. And yes, thank you, The Roar FM, for having me so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I'm Tom Lamb,
I am Devin Germain.
and you're listening to The Basement Hour.
Good night, Memphis.
Let's go.
Good night, Memphis.
You're listening to The Roar. University of Memphis Radio. Streaming live.